This is problem number 2 in problem set 9, and in problem number 2 we're given a rectangle ABCD and we're asked to find the area of the rectangle. We're also given that AE equals 12 and BE equals 8. Also M is the midpoint of DC. So I labeled the length of the rectangle L and the width W. So then because this is the midpoint, we know that this is L over 2. And also because this is the midpoint, we know that this is going to be 1/2 of that. ME is going to be 1/2 of BE. So ME is 4. And EC is also going to be 1/2 of AE. So EC is 6. So I split this up into 2 triangles, and then we're going to use Pythagorean theorem to solve for the variables. But I split it up into ABC, triangle ABC, and we know this is 18, this is length, and this is the width. And I also split it up into MCB, and we know that this is 12, MB is 12, MC is L over 2, and BC is W. So now we're going to use Pythagorean theorem, which is L squared plus W squared equals 18 squared, and quantity of L over 2 squared plus W squared equals 12 squared. So I think the easiest way to solve this is to write it, to use elimination. So L squared plus W squared equals 324, which is 18 squared, and L squared over 4 plus W squared equals 144, which is 12 squared. So now we're going to subtract these two equations, W squared minus W squared, so those two cancel out. So now we just have an equation with L squared, with L in it, so we have to solve for L. So we have L squared minus L squared over 4 equals 180. Correct? Yeah, 180. So we're going to multiply this by 4 over 4. So 4L squared over 4. Well, the whole thing's going to be over 4. 4L squared minus L squared equals 180. Multiply by 4 across, so we have 3L squared equals 720. Divided by 3, L squared equals 240. Yeah, 240. Yep, 240. Just double checking. So then we have L equals the square root of 240. So now we have to find the width, and to do that we can simply just plug that in. So we have the L squared, and L is 240, so it's 240 plus W squared equals 18 squared, which is 324. Subtract 240, sorry, my marker's running out. Subtract 240, so then W squared equals 324 minus 240. 8, so that's 84. And then that means W equals the square root of 84. So again, we're just asked to find for the area of the rectangle. So the area is just length times width, so it's the square root of 240 times the square root of 84. And you can rationalize that together if you like.